Now let's continue with the programming of our RTM16J in order to produce a vertical movement. So I've generated another file here and it's called m4_v.asm. So what I intend to do is just talk my way through it. So it's pretty much the same as the M3 file, but I've just spruced it up a little bit. And I've used some more of our assembler directives in order to make the code read just a little bit better. So again, we're going to start off with the 0x8000. It tells us that's where the program starts in the RAM. And then we're going to use the EQU directives. Okay, so this gives a number, or sorry, a mnemonic to a particular number. Okay, so in this case here, EQU stands for equal. So GR card, that's graphics card, is the position 0x FFF5. Okay, so this represents the memory mapped IO position for our graphics card. And then we've got the color white, which is 0x4Fs, and then the color black. We've got a starting position. Okay, now the starting position is going to be, I've decided, 10 pixels in from the left hand side of the screen, but we can always change this if we want to put it in a different position. Now, in order to get the 10 units in, the first two values here in hex, they give us the Y position. Okay, so we're going to have 256 by 256. So 256 is 2 to the power of 8. 2 to the power of 8 is going to be 4 values for our Y and 4 values for our X. Okay, so 8 values for our Y, sorry, and 8 values for our X. So we're going to have 2 to the power of 8, which is 256. In the X direction, 2 to the power of 8, which is 256 in the Y direction. So we're going to have actual, in hexadecimal, we're going to have 2 values for the Y and 2 values for the X. So this case here, we've got 0, 0 is Y is equal to 0, and 0A, remember it's in hex, is going to be X is equal to 10. So we've got that starting position. And then we're going to step down. Okay, so in order to do this, I've simplified it a little bit from the previous program. The previous program, I added 256 onto the position so that it went all the way along the screen, went down one value and went to the value below. But that's not particularly efficient. All I really need to do is just to move it to the actual next position. So the actual next Y position is going to be 0, 1. And the next Y position after that will be 0, 2, 0, 3, and so on and so forth. So I can simply just put this value in. So this is the next Y position. We're also going to have to put these values into the registers. So we're going to put the data white. So white is that FFFF. This goes into register R0, and then black is register R1. The starting position is register R2, and the step down, so we're going to have a step down just by one value. Okay, so the step down here is 0 cross 0100. Okay, so that goes into register R4. Now we draw our very first dot. So we've got the pixel graphics card R0, R2. So R0 is the white dot and R2 is the initial position, okay, which is the starting position, which is 0100. And then we get into our little routine here. So we've got the subroutine. So it's move underscore down, and then we work through this and we get to the bottom and it says jump to move underscore down, so it goes back up to here and it keeps running through this. So it never actually gets to the end here, it just keeps going through this loop. Okay, but that's okay for just now, that'll do us. Okay, so we're going to move R2 into R3. So when we move R2 into R3, we're going to have the initial position and we're going to put it into R3. So in effect, we're kind of remembering the old position. and then we can add the value R4 onto R2. So when we add R4, we're adding on this 0, 1, 0, 0. So it means that we're going to go to the next position down in the Y. Okay, so it means that R2 is going to hold the next vertical position. Now once we've done that, we can erase the old dot. So we're going to have the pixel graphics card R1, and R1, remember, is going to be black. So we've got a black goes into position R3, and then we draw the next dot. So when we draw the next dot, we have pixel GR card R0. Okay, I'll make these a bit better. Okay, so we draw R0, which is going to be the white, okay, in the next position, which is going to be R2, so it's the next one down, and we just run through that loop and we keep doing this. So if I do terminal run task, assemble file, you see it says assembly successful. I can run this up and we'll go to view motherboard, right, edit, and we can open up the program. So the program is this one here, so it's M4_V. So open up that up and we can close it. Design user panel. So if this works, we should get a white dot running down the screen, and it should be 10 pixels in from the left. So we'll go into simulate, tick enabled, and we can click go. And you can see this does exactly what we want it to do. We've got a white dot running down the screen. Okay, so if we're going to use this for a Pong game, we don't want a white dot, we want an actual little paddle. So instead of white dot, we want to widen it. So we've got this little paddle that will run down. So we'll go on to that in the next section here. Okay. Now I've generated the next piece of code, which gives us a paddle which will run down vertically. So it's called m5_paddle.asm. So we've still got the same section here at the top. The only difference is now that we're going to have a paddle length. So I've got EQU PAD_length. So paddle length at the moment I've set it at 10. And we're going to again place the colours white and black into register R0, R1, starting position into register R2, and the step down into register R4. So we're going to start off by drawing the initial paddle once. So we'll just draw 10 dots. Okay, so we're going to move the starting position into register R5, and we're going to put the paddle length into the index register. So the index register is going to have the number 10, R5 is going to have the top of the paddle. So then we're going to have to draw the actual paddle out. So we're going to draw the pixel, and it's going to be a white dot, and it's going to be at the starting at the top of the paddle, which is the number in register R5. And then we're going to add the contents of register R4, which is the step down value. So we're going to step down to the next Y position. And then we're going to do the test and see whether we've actually drawn all 10 values. Okay, so what we can do is we can decrement the index register, and then we can compare the value in the index register with the number 0. Now, if that is equal to the number 0, it means that we've counted through this loop 10 times and we've drawn a paddle of length 10, and we can jump to the move to the next position down. So we would leave this line, we would move down to this position here. Now if we haven't counted all the way down to 0, and we would get to here, and then it would just jump back to the draw start. Okay, so we come down here. If it's not equal to, it jumps to the draw start. So eventually it would just go through all of these, it keep looping down, and it would draw a paddle of length 10. Okay, so that's the first little loop. Now once it's drawn the paddle of length 10, we move down to the actual movement. So the best way to do it, I think, would be to we draw the paddle out, and then we take the top value and we in effect we erase the top value, and then we add the bottom value on, and then we erase the top and add the next one down, the erase and add down, and we continually take the top one off and add one onto the bottom, and then this will give us the look of the paddle actually moving all the way down. It's much better than drawing it, one at a time, and then doing all of this, redrawing the whole paddle and redrawing the whole paddle and the whole paddle. If you kept redrawing the whole paddle all the way down, it would run very slowly and it would just look a bit naff. So I've just went straight to this process here. Okay, so now we're going to move the paddle down. So we've got to first of all erase the top pixel. So we can erase the top pixel here. Okay, so it means that the value R2, which has got the top pixel of the paddle, then becomes black. Okay, and then we move, in effect, we're going to have to move the paddle down. Okay, so we're going to add the value R4 onto R2. Okay, so the top of the paddle then becomes actually the next one down. Okay, so we don't forget this line. If we forget this line, the whole thing just gets stuck. Okay, so that becomes in effect the new starting position. And then the new end position, we're going to add 9 on to that new starting position. Okay, so when we add that on, we end up with the next bottom of the paddle, which is in register R5. Okay, and then we can draw the next bottom of the paddle. So we draw this point here, and this is the drawing of the next bottom. So we get rid of one and then draw the other, and then we can jump to move down. So we go back up to here and we repeat that process. So this will continually take one off of the top and add one onto the bottom, and it makes it look like it's running all the way down. So we'll go terminal, run task, assemble file. So that's it, assembled successfully, and we'll go in and we'll see this working. So we go edit contents, and we can open, and it's m5_paddle.mc, so we've got that already there. And we'll go into design, user panel, simulate, tick enabled, and we'll click go, and then we see we've got our paddle running down. So we can see that this could potentially be the start of a Pong game, and it's actually drawn it out relatively quickly, and it seems like it's a possibility that we might be able to use this as a start of a Pong game. Now the next thing we'll do in the next videos, we'll get this to run down to the bottom, and then we'll get it to bounce and then come back to the top again. So it's just the paddle going up and down. Okay, so we'll get onto that on the next video. So thank you for listening. I'll get you on the next video. Goodbye.